All right, hello everyone. I guess I should do my March update, given that it is now April, what, 3rd? 3rd. And show you what I got done. Let me pull it over here to the main screen. Hide all that, I don't think you care about my bookmarks. Ooh, let's reload, hold on. All right, so here's Number Ace. Didn't really have a chance to add most of the extra features, but the basic features should be there. I made a little carousel here that I can use, that I can add additional stunts to, right? We need to go down, and we'll go down by 3. And click on that. This is playable on a tablet. And we got combo points. See the combo meter drains slowly. And so you get a lot of bonuses for getting combos, and not you get the if you get get an answer wrong, you all your combo points, but you get a lot of points for getting a combo. The idea would be that also as your combo meter goes up, you unlock more stunts. There you go. And at some point I'm going to be going too fast, and I'm going to like make a mistake where I'm just like 2 minus 2 is 2 plus 2 is 4, and I'm going to say the wrong thing. And it's going to be really embarrassing because I'm doing it on camera. I think I have 30 questions right now is the answer. All right, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing. But there you go. I'm not super happy with the graphics, but they're okay. They exist. I wanted to try doing vector graphics. Oh, see you like there. I wanted to try doing vector graphics so that I could support a variety of resolutions, excuse me, and that I did. Right now it's kind of cheesy vector graphics because actually they're all super big and then they scale down. But it does look pretty smooth up until, you know, I mean, it's quite smooth given that, yeah, let's see. And I don't really have an ending screen, but it does tell you your score, 2071. So there you go. It scales quite well, up to high resolutions and low resolutions. So I'm pretty pleased with that. I'm pleased with a lot of little effects and things. It feels pretty good. I don't know why that happens. There's a bug. I found working with TypeScript to be generally pretty decent. It's definitely more enjoyable than using raw JavaScript. I like the syntax of CoffeeScript better, but the type checking on TypeScript is very, very useful. And you can still do things in a very JavaScripty way. You still have to write it like JavaScript. You cannot write it like, I mean, I guess you could, but you don't really write it like ActionScript. You still have to write it like JavaScript. There's a lot of callbacks. You're passing around functions a lot. I mean, that's just the way that JavaScript works. It's kind of asynchronous. So there you go. But that does make certain things work pretty decently. For instance, this is the stunts, right? So when you use a stunt, you get a callback on success or failure. And that's kind of nice because it basically means that I can make the stunt as complex as I want and then do all the animation within the stunt class and then have it enter and exit in a very controlled manner. It's not bad. So yeah. All right, so I guess final thoughts for March. What is I didn't get done, like I didn't have anything done as much as I would have liked. Number Ace is technically, it exists, but it's not like a full polished game. It's pretty decent for something I did in a week, but it's certainly not a finished game. Had disappointed about how much troubles I had with colored lights. I really wish I could have done more. But clearly I tried to do too much and I didn't succeed. So there you go. What are you going to do about it? Well, other than do less. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about April. Now, April is a Ludum Dare month. So at the end of the month, I will be doing that competition. I'm going to stream it on Twitch, almost all of it. I don't know if I'll stream all of it. I usually stream just chunks, whatever I feel like at the time. Oh, and I found my tablet, so that's good. Can I just... There. I'll stream chunks of it, if not all of it. It depends. If people are watching, I'll stream all of it. But if nobody's watching, I generally get bored and don't stream everything, because I don't think anybody really wants to watch me code for 24 hours. Maybe somebody does. If you do, go ahead and hang out in my Twitch chat. I don't know. Let's see. It's Cambrian_man. You can also follow me on Twitter, and I'll post it up there. All right. So here's my thought for April. We're going to do polishing. I'm going to fix bugs on the monsters. We'll show you the way. I'm going to work on some other projects, namely some Player Studio things for EverQuest 2. If you play EverQuest 2, go buy my Tinkered Auto Wagon, because I would like to get money. So yeah. The other thing I thought of is somebody requested that I do... Oh gosh, I can't remember who it was now. I'm sorry, I'm going to forget who it was that said it. I'll look it up. Let's be nice. Requested that I do a multiplayer game like Minecraft with destructible environments and stuff, and that's a little much. Is that it? No. Is it Goblin's Guild? No. Gosh, I really don't know who it was. I'm looking at all my comments and I'm not seeing who it was. Okay, it's Apard 7, who said, make a top view Minecraft-like game with guns and have like random generated military bases. Okay, so I've had an idea for a game, a concept, and it works like this. If you have ever played Dragon Quest Heroes Rocket Slime, which is a DS game, quite fairly old. It was from 2006. There were tank battles were the boss battles, and the way they worked was, let me draw something here. I can get my tablet working. You had a tank on one side and a tank on the other side, and you had to fire your stuff. And God, why is there just people slamming the door? You had to fire things from one side to the other. You could shoot objects, and different objects would do different things. And you could shoot your teammates. Now, this was a single-player game, although I think I don't really remember how it worked exactly. You could just like walk across it, and I thought, well, I don't think I can do something like Minecraft per se, but I've always wanted to do a game that is taking the ideas from the tank battles, and using them. And the problem was that in the game, in Rocket Slime, you would collect items throughout the levels, which are like Zelda-like levels. You would collect the items, and you would use those to use as ammo. And you would recruit other characters which had different abilities, like a ninja could sneak in and such. The problem is that doesn't really work for a multiplayer game because you're not collecting stuff. But the suggestion to do a Minecraft game with randomized military bases kind of makes sense. So the way it would work is that you would have two bases on either side. Gosh, here it is. Okay. So you have a base, and in your base you have walls and rooms, and you have a central core shield generator or something, right? And between the two bases, which are the same, they're randomly generated, but they are mirrored. Right, randomly generated, but they're the same on either side. What you can do is you can tear down your base and move stuff around. You can move walls around or tear down your walls and feed them into a scrap maker, or just shoot them. And so both of you have central cannons, right? That's going to look terrible. I don't know. Whoa, hey. All right, so you have a cannon. That you're going shooting stuff. And the main idea is that you can shoot yourself, or you can shoot people, or you can shoot items, all of which results in destroying the other side's base, right? Likewise, they can do it, but in order to get ammo, they need to collect scrap, and in order to collect scrap, you have to go out into the. Let's see if I can draw the field. There's a ravine in the center which is uncrossable. You cannot cross the ravine directly. You have to shoot yourself over. There's scrap yards out here because these people have been fighting for a long time. And then there's the base, right? Which means you can go out here and risk getting shot by the opposing team through their cannons and collect scrap and bring it back. Or you can tear down your own base and use that. Different things give different results. So for instance, if you use a wall, you can kind of, when you're shot out of the cannon and you're shot at with the wall, you can kind of use it as a hang glider and glide to where you want to land. Whereas if you shoot it with just like a cannonball, right, then it just does damage to the opposing team. And so you can cross each other's across the ravine and get into each other's bases by shooting each other across these cannons. And the idea is, you have to constantly balance between tearing down your own base to be able to attack, risking going out and collecting scrap, or and by the way, tearing down your own base will always get you can make stuff, you can make walls and such, but it's always going to be at a loss. So making a wall is going to always cost more scrap than you can't make a wall and deconstruct it for the same cost. You're always going to lose scrap in the process. You can even turn the scrap maker and the fabricator into weapons, and they'll go. So the idea is that I can add in just all kinds of weapons and items and stuff, and all these different things will all have different stuff they can do. So again, my idea with all these games is to make things very modular so that I don't have to make everything go at once. Yeah, and so it would be kind of a top-down perspective. I'm thinking, if you've ever played Spiral Knights, a little bit like that, right? So not like completely overhead, but 3D and generally looking at it, from the top. This would be done in Unity. I can do 3D and I can do animation. I can do all that. I forget what. There was a multiplayer engine. I don't remember which one it was, but it looked pretty decent, and it was free to try. So, with no restrictions. So, that would be the thing. So here's the thing. Given that I didn't do too well in February or March, how would I possibly have be able to do this? Well, that's why it's an April project. That's why it's a project for Ludum's Art Month. That's why it's a project that I can start on and see how far I get by the end of the month. And then if I can, if I feel like it's something that I could push through and get something playable done by the end of May, then I will do that. If I can't, then I scrap it and I go on. But I still have a game because I have Ludum Dare. All right. So yeah, that's the idea. I wonder if I can make the. This is one where I have been working on. An actual design document to keep things kind of organized. And if people are interested, I'll send it. I'll put it up. All right, how's that? All right, so I hope to see you around this month. It's probably going to be a lot more doing artwork and less straight up coding. It's going to be Unity, C#, Luxology Modo, stuff like that. Because I want to be able to. I could do this with just bare stuff, but I want it to look like something I wanted, and it looks neat. All right. So there you go. See you guys later.